We have one last question from LaTroya.
Hi, Beatriz. I am LaTroya Lovell. I am a CUNY School of Professional Studies alumni and the current Director of Youth Research with Why Vote, Next Gen Politics. And my question for you today is, do you feel like there's any room for collaboration with the city and youth-serving nonprofits to develop affordable, supportive housing for young adults in New York City?
Talk about a question right down your alley of expertise, and I know you've also written op-eds, and this is really your area. So what will you say to LaTroya?
Well, first of all, LaTroya, thank you for that question. And it's so great to see all the CUNY SPS current students and alums. So thank you all so much for all your great questions. So as it relates to supportive housing for youth, the need is enormous, and there are not close to as many units to fulfill the needs, right? So there's even a calculation overall for supportive housing that for every 10 people that need a supportive housing unit, there's only one that exists for them. And when it relates to youth, I bet you the ratio is even higher. But there are some really great models, and there's some great organizations, actually Neighborhood Coalition for Shelter and CS being one of them, that are doing some really interesting things, as are others like The Door, which is also located in Lower Manhattan. And I think what we need is more advocacy, really, to really push our elected officials, to really push our government to say this is a resource that's needed. And I know it's expensive, but there are ways to be creative with the sources of funding so that we can create a lot more housing for this population.
Well, I mean, and you mentioned the issue of being expensive, right? But the expense that you incur when the support is not there for that youth or those is going to be times magnified. So it's important to do the investments early on so that you're not investing that money in things that are remediative or punitive down the line, and nobody wins when that happens. But thank you again. I'm very happy that you got the questions from the students who benefit from the great work that you and other members of the School of Professional Studies Foundation get to do. And I want to thank you for that service, because I know that you're a very busy woman and with your family and all your commitments. So thank you for doing that.